guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got another Christmas DIY for you. So I asked my Facebook group and the consensus was they really wanted to see this tutorial sooner than later, and that is for the burlap and fabric garland. So this tutorial is going to be just a little different than what I normally do because I'm not actually going to show you the finished product, only because it's one of those products that really, it's kind of how long you want the garland to be. And honestly, I just don't have time to do the whole thing because I am going on vacation with my husband tomorrow, and we will be unplugging and no social media. I mean, nothing. So I've kind of just gotten to the time crunch, but I did want to get this up for you guys. So here is the timestamp for the supplies and the tutorial. I'm going to show you the 2 ways that I am making garland this year, as well as give you all the options, suggestions, things that you can do. And then of course, after Thanksgiving, I will put up a picture on Instagram, Facebook, show you guys in a chit chat my finished products so that you can see them. You'll probably also see them in my holiday tour, which yes, I am doing that. It should go up after Thanksgiving. A lot of y'all wanted to see my DIYs in action, so I'll be showing you that. What else was there? Oh yeah, vacation. So my husband and I, like I said, are going on vacation. So please know that if, it's probably starting Saturday, if you ask me a question or make a comment, I read every comment and I try to respond within 24 to 48 hours. I usually respond pretty quickly, but please know that this next week, you won't get a response from me till after I get back, but I will answer your questions if you have any or whatever. Just know that it's going to be a little bit longer than normal. And then what else? I think that's it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. You guys kind of been getting sneak peeks of my Christmas decor. It's very hard for me not to take pictures and post them up, and just because I do want to have some like stuff that y'all haven't seen, but that is the behind the scenes if you want to follow me there. So, oh, one more thing, the lazy Susan. I feel like I need to address it. I've kind of been putting it off because I'm very sad. So I'm just gonna come out and say it's not ready. I've tried to work it in, work on it a little bit here, step away, work on it. And for whatever reason, I'm struggling a little bit. It's getting better, but it's just not, I'm practicing things on like just pieces of wood and stuff. It's just not quite there yet. And so as of now, I'm going to go ahead and say it probably won't be done before Christmas. Now, miracles could happen. I might be able to whip it out and come back refreshed from my vacation and bam, it's up. But if not, please know I'm going to focus on it kind of after the holidays for sure, before I start rolling out Valentine's and spring stuff. So yeah, I'm really sorry. I feel terrible to disappoint those of you who wanted to do it for a Christmas gift, but I'm not giving up. I told you guys, when I get something in my head, I will do whatever I can to make it work. So, okay, I think that's it. If I do not talk to you again before Thanksgiving, I hope you guys have a blessed Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and Instagram and Facebook. It means the world to me, all your sweet words. It's really just, it's very overwhelming and fantastic. So, all right, guys, let me get the camera set up. We'll get through the supplies and the tutorial. Here we go. All right, guys, let's go through the supplies. So let's start with the base of what you're going to be tying to. You've got several different options. The first one is going to be just regular old twine. Now, I will say if you're going to use twine, just remember, if you're planning to make a super long garland and have the strips kind of long, this gets a little wonky to work with. It's good for just a short little swag somewhere, but I wouldn't recommend this for something more than 4 feet long. For that, I would recommend going ahead and getting the Dollar Tree rope or something like this thickness to attach to if you're planning to do a really long garland. Other option is if you want a little more structure to be able to kind of position it, is this is just wired rope from Hobby Lobby. So that'll give you a little more control over swagging your garland. You could also attach to Christmas lights, fairy lights. And then another option would be to use, what I have over here, is this garland that Target has right now. You could attach it to this and that would give you a little bit of green. So there's several options you could use to attach your fabric. Now the next thing, sorry, I just kind of got in the way here, guys. All right, is your fabrics. Fabric, really, there isn't any right or wrong fabric. There is one small little thing to keep in mind. So I've just got, this is actually just some of the white fabric from Dollar Tree that I picked up, one of those little squares. Now you're probably looking at these colors going, those are not Christmas colors, and you are correct. This is for my s'mores tree, which you guys will see on my holiday tour. So I've got brown burlap, white cotton. This is going to be my graham cracker element. Now this is what I need to show you. On the back, you'll notice it is not front and back. The s'mores garland I'm making, it doesn't matter, but if you're going to do the second approach to making the garland, which I'll show you, you need to keep that in mind that this will show. So you're going to want to get fabric like this one, which the front and the back are exactly the same, depending on which way you tie the fabric onto your garland. And again, I'll show you that in just a minute. And then you could work in berries, you could work in some bells. I just got these from Hobby Lobby. Greenery sprigs, you could do twigs, pine cones. You could work in little burlap pennant and make it kind of a banner in between. I mean, there's a lot of options. And then the last thing you're gonna need are some good fabric scissors. And I do use these pinking shears. I just got these at Hobby Lobby in the sewing section because I do like this look on the fabric. But again, you could cut your strips and fray them if you want to. So this is really just kind of your personal preference as far as to what you get. So let me get the camera set up and I'm going to show you the 2 ways that I am making garland this year. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is cut your fabric, burlap, ribbon. For the width of the strip, I cut it about 1 inch. Now, if you want a bushy garland, once you've cut your 1 inch strip, then the actual length of your fabric that you're going to tie on, you're going to make it shorter for a bushier garland or a little bit longer for a more flowy garland. So I ended up doing mine after I've cut it about 1 inch wide. I did it about 6 inches per strip. Once all of your strips are cut, now you're ready to start tying them on. So this is the first way you can make a garland. I'm just using the twine because I know my garland is not going to be very long. I find it easier just to kind of tape an end down with painter's tape. So to tie this, basically you fold the fabric in half, then you go underneath the piece of twine and you just pull the 2 ends through the hole and just tighten it up. And then you're just going to keep doing this approach. So tying it like this is the kind of fabric that it doesn't really matter if the back is different, because once you kind of pull it tight, it will lay flat, as you can see here, and you'll just see the front of the fabric. So this approach, doesn't really matter, again, if the back is the same. And then I'm just going to keep tying on with my pattern, and I'll check back in just a little bit. Okay, and now let me show you kind of after a little bit has been done what it looks like. Again, this is for my s'mores tree that I will be putting on, so that's why the color scheme, but there you go. It looks super cute, and now I will get ready to show you the second way you can make garland. Okay, so for this one, I am just using a 100 count light strand from Target. And basically, I'm just going to start at one end. The process for cutting the fabric strips exactly the same, 1 inch wide, about 6 inches long. And basically, I'm just going to knot the fabric. So for the actual fabric, I'm going to tie it 2 times and make a knot. The same thing for the lace. I will tie it 2 times, but the burlap, I'm only gonna tie once. It's pretty stiff, and the knot gets kind of big on the burlap, so I'm only tying it once. And then between each light, I end up doing 6 pieces of fabric. So my pattern goes red fabric, lace, burlap, red fabric, lace, burlap, light. And then the same thing. So you can kind of figure out how many strips you need based on that. And I'm just gonna keep tying, and I'll show you how it looks in just a minute. Okay, and here we go, a little bit more done. Again, you can work in ribbon, you can work in whatever you want, but I think it looks great. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and you'll see my finished products after Thanksgiving. Until then, guys, have a great day.